To begin today, Sunrise Smart starts some breaking news overnight. Rochester police searching for leads after a hit and run in the city's Upper East Side.
This was last night around 9. Officers found a man 58 years old hurt in the middle of the road at Joseph Avenue and Avenue D. He was immediately taken to the hospital. He is expected to live. The driver and car that hit him, nowhere to be found still. RPD has been reviewing surveillance video in the area to try to find a description of that car. If you have any information that can help, you're asked to call 911. The latest updates here on this shakeup for the Fishers Fire Department a little more than a month before that district will officially shut down.
And several firefighters already out, resigning from their jobs. And this exodus is expected to continue following this week's controversial decision to dissolve the department.
What's next for fire coverage, for 911 calls, and all these changes? Ron Spitzer joins us live in Victor.
Yeah, guys, it is 6 firefighters that resigned at the Fishers Fire Board of Commissioners meeting last night. That in addition to a board member stepping down as well. And this all in a meeting that took less than 10 minutes. Now, that former board member, Fred Dewey, was a vocal supporter of the decision to dissolve. There was no opportunity for public comment, to the frustration of those in attendance. After months of debate, the board voted to dissolve the department Monday night. 2/3 of the town of Victor, including the area surrounding Eastview Mall and a stretch of the thruway that make up the district, will be affected. Many of the firefighters say they're still processing and considering what this will do to the community.
They failed at their job and they took no accountability for their failures.
Just the disregard of public safety, the disregard of firefighter safety from this board is appalling.
Now, that is still other firefighters at this point are saying that they are filing to officially resign. For now, reporting in Victor, Ron Spitzer, News 8.
Thank you. So many changes still to come there. Here in Rochester, police say they have identified the woman in this video accused of shoving a 75-year-old man to the ground over the weekend. It was in the parking lot of a market on Culver Road. That footage shared with News 8 shows a woman walk up to James Spampanato and push him down to the pavement. The victim's family tells us he had a broken neck and hip, but was able to drive himself home before going to get some more treatment. Police say they do know who the assault suspect is. They did not publicly share her name, though, with the update yesterday. The department and the DA's office are working together on the next steps and potential charges.
Forecasters expect Hurricane Erin, the first official hurricane of this season, to peak today. Wednesday, waves pounded the shores of North Carolina's Hatteras Island, leaving some homes surrounded in floodwater. The National Hurricane Center warns people avoid swimming on the East Coast. If you've got a weekend trip, give it a rest here. The beaches are under life-threatening rip current watches.
Sunrise traffic updates here. We'll have your forecast with Leanne in just a bit before you head out. And as you do step out for work this morning from our Greater Rock Sky Eye, you see the foggy conditions that we have. One issue on the east side still, Fairport Road and Roosevelt Road as well. West side in and out of downtown, things are moving along just fine. Across the thruway from the exits in Victor and Henrietta, everything's showing up green on our traffic map.
Well, to our Health Watch headlines, the New York State Department of Health advises all expecting mothers get tested for STIs, specifically syphilis. This comes as several upstate regions report an uptick in syphilis-related deaths in infants. Last year, there were 6 total, and at the halfway mark in 2025, there were already 3 reported. Health experts warn, depending on the stage, syphilis can be asymptomatic, and aside from it being potentially deadly, it also heightens the risk of other birth defects. Further adding, the safest, most effective way to treat syphilis is with a penicillin shot, but right now there's a nationwide shortage.
There's no reason, though, for a baby to be born with congenital syphilis because it's completely preventable. If we can get mom tested before the baby's born and treated successfully, then mom can be cured, then the baby doesn't have to worry about this.
The bacteria doesn't discriminate against, infecting people. So everyone has a risk of encountering syphilis if they're sexually active. And so kind of keeping that in mind and, employing regular testing as part of healthy sexual practices, I think can help reduce the stigma.
You can find more information on resources here in the Rochester region for free STI testing nearest you. It's right now available at rochesterfirst.com.
How about we go inside the huddle this Thursday morning, because we will be hearing more from Sean McDermott, Bills head coach, today ahead of the preseason finale Saturday night. Meanwhile, Keon Coleman's last couple of practices, 3 of them, they've been pretty good. Maybe not a coincidence. A lot of the Bills team coaches speaking very highly of their wideout in his second year this week. Offensive coordinator Joe Brady in particular points out how intentional Coleman has been. He says, you know, when receivers try to work on everything, they really work on nothing. Really focus on one thing, and Coleman has been. Josh Allen said Tuesday maturity is something he has seen with Coleman this offseason, and that apparently includes the ability to speak truth to power.
You can see him coming back and talking through it with Josh, and the communication skills. Last year he's a rookie, probably scared to death of the starting quarterback, right, of talking. Now he feels comfortable. He feels comfortable telling Josh if it was a bad throw. So he's on that level of that comfort level.
It is night and day. Or a sunny day in a storm, if you want to put it in any way. Keon is not the same player from last year, so the league better get ready. You know, he is not the same guy. And as a teammate, I am so glad that he picked it up so early, because he is not the same player. And I'm just glad that Josh has him, as well as the Buffalo Bills, because Keon has showed up in every bit of where we needed him to show up at. From training camp to being on time, to checking in to dinner, to checking in to lunch, to being available. You know, he's been a fully changed Keon.
We'll see what happens this weekend as the Bills do wrap up the preseason. Saturday, Bills kick off live to help you enjoy the evening. Thad Brown and company on air for half an hour at 7. Kickoff, Bills at Bucs at 7:30. Then a full hour post game. That brings us to 4+ hours of football you can only see here on News 8. We're really trying to sell it. I know it's the preseason, but yeah, Saturday night, you can have that for your plans.
I know some dedicated fans who would absolutely watch 4 hours of football.
Have it on there this morning. Watching the fog, stepping out, 1.5 miles for Rock.
Yep, definitely going to continue to watch that. Hopefully it does start to dissipate a little bit, but overall 8-day forecast looking pretty good. Clouds to sun for today, and then a little bit of rain to deal with for the end of the weekend and the beginning of the next week. But I think the story here is going to be the temperatures for next week.
Yeah, it is. Coming up for us in about 2 hours, our podcast, Like a Cup of Sunrise, on the Rochester First streaming app. We will see you there at 9 a.m.
Plenty for these two to talk about. Thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand. Plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.